My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire, and continuing that Ascension grind, Ironclad time. Ascension 18, elites have more challenging movesets and abilities. Added to all of the previous ones, including elite spawn more often, normally enemies are deadlier, elites are deadlier, bosses are deadlier, heal less after boss battles, start each run damage, normal enemies are tougher, elites are tougher, bosses are tougher, start each run cursed, fewer potion slots, upgraded to cards appear less often, poor bosses, lower max HP, unfavorable events, shops are more costly rather, normal enemies have more challenging movesets and abilities, and elites have more challenging movesets and abilities. Hello again now. Ooh. Yeah, no, I love choosing a rare card to obtain at the very start. It helps me define my strat. Limit break, let's go. It's a strength build now. So we're looking for something to basically just bootstrap our strength. So Flex, Vajra, Girya, these are all acceptable options. I'm also probably going to want to avoid approximately every elite if I can do. Maybe take on one late. Maybe. Okay, not a bad opening. Not a great follow-up, though. Strike, and then there's a strike in the next hand guaranteed, so fine. Got him! Essence of Steel, Shrug It Off, Drop Kick, and Twin Strike. Twin Strike is a nice way to take advantage of having the extra strength. There's better ways to do it, though. So I think I'll hold on to the turn here. I may actually just take a Shrug It Off, though. It's a nice defensive card. Just to stick with me while I try and set up my strength. Ow. That wasn't extraordinarily kind on the enemy's part. 3 strikes for a kill if I get it. We'll exhaust the limit break now because we have the excess energy and don't want to draw it again. Spot weakness is... It's a way to start limit break. It's not the best way to start limit break, though. So, spot weakness isn't the best way to start the limit break chain because spot weakness, when drawn, I would need to have a target that's attacking. Right? So it's not guaranteed, but also it has energy costs associated with it. I typically tend to run thin, so oftentimes I could have flex and limit break in the same hand. That said, spot weakness has the benefit of it doesn't have to be in the same hand as limit break. I think I'll take the spot weakness because I can't guarantee that I'll get something else. So for shop removals, I should probably go across, actually. I'm not going to be... I'm extraordinarily unlikely to be able to remove at both of those shops if I go to each. Okay. Probably attacking next turn. And you are. And that makes life pretty easy for me. Defend, and... we'll be back to kill you later. Oh. Gonna give me the strike, eh? Oh, well. Strength potion. There's Whirlwind and Flex. I mean, take Whirlwind. It would have been Flex before? Would it have been Flex before? I think it still would have been Whirlwind. Alright, shrug it off. Whirlwind's the most damage I could get out that turn. This isn't great. There's our first spot weakness. At the very least, we know that there's going to be an attack this turn. I'm basically just defending now until we get to our next Whirlwind. Ugh. Killing the backliner by doing that saves me HP, but gosh, does it not feel good. Bash, strike would be 13. 13, yeah, we're lethal. Whew. All right. None of those. Trip is not a bad way to set up some AoE vulnerability. fact, it's quite a good way to do that. We need to upgrade Whirlwind, we need to upgrade Trip, and we need to upgrade Limit Break. So I will be avoiding elites so that I can hit a bunch of rest spaces. Okay. See, I know that next turn the Gremlin Wizard's going to try and kill me. Because next turn it gets its big attack off. So that means that I need to go, like, really aggressive this turn. 15. I'm still not going to have enough to kill the Fat Gremlin. Ugh. Okay, I'll make you vulnerable and I'll bash you. I need to guarantee that that Gremlin Wizard is dead next turn. And if I can't stop myself from being weakened, this is the best I can get. Another 10 damage to me. Oh, we're going to have to rest at an upcoming space. We just don't have a choice. Nope. I mean, Heavy Blade is a finisher for a deck like this. Oh, it's just really difficult to take it right now. I'll take the healing there. Thank you very much. Tiny chest, gain 30 gold. You're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. Now that I got the healing from that previous event, I can go for an upgrade here instead. Let's upgrade Limit Break. Blood Vial at the start of each combat. Heal for 2 HP. Not bad. We are going to have one elite combat. Yeah. We are going to have one elite combat, but that's okay. It's just the one. Blood Potion, heal for 10% of your max HP. Double Tap? Double Tap does have a place in this deck. The Courier, the merchant no one was at, runs out of, rather, cards, relics, or potions, and their price increased by 20%. We're going to need, like, a good draw here. Like, that one's not going to count. Sorry about it, bud. Oh, boy. Yeah, there's the Whirlwind, which I was pretty much actually reliant on. Kills the backline because of the vulnerability that we applied. Like, I'd love to spot weakness Limit Break, but it's spot weakness double defend. Like, 100%. Who's our boss this floor? Yeah, we can kill the Guardian. With probably relative ease as well, actually. Okay. Ugh. Really? Really? You have to get a hand like that? Won't win for the kill. Alright. Omamori, negate the next curses you obtain. Not bad. Power Potion. Probably want to keep the Essence of Steel and Blood Potion right now. Unfortunately, there are things that we still need to smith, like the Trip, the Heavy Blade, the Double Tap. Probably going to smith the Trip because AoE is super important next floor, and while we have a Whirlwind, we don't have the ability to apply the thing in AoE. You can see that, like, the Trip isn't going to help me in this fight. It's for the future. It's just a forward-looking plan. This could be a problem. Well, the enemy has 27. I am incapable of splitting them then. Which means I have to defend, spot weakness, use Essence of Steel and the Blood Potion. I need to get as much HP here as possible. There's the Whirlwind for 11, 16. 16 by 3 is 18, 48. Versus 34 from the Heavy Blade, as well as a strike for 13, which is 47. Okay. Very slightly better. Yeah, we're going to need some pretty good draws. That's a really good draw there. We got the Limit Break at a nice time, and this one's not, though. Oh, boy. Mm-hmm. I really needed Heavy Blade that turn. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like, we're gonna be able to get suddenly close and then blow the enemy up, but the problem is the turns like this, if we don't have defense, yeah, we're dead. It's exactly what I was worried about. Like, I can deal a bunch of damage this turn, but I am then dead immediately thereafter. I was pretty reliant on not getting a completely garbage opening there, which we did. We got a completely garbage opening. We didn't get high impact cards early enough to transition the enemy before they did their first 36 hit. I could have rested before that boss, but I probably still would have died next floor. Like, I need to look forward. You can't always only deal with the next obstacle, otherwise you won't be prepared for the ones coming afterwards. Random rare relic for 7 max HP, not bad. Sundial. Every 3 times you shuffle your deck, gain 2 energy. That's pretty good for me, considering how thin I tend to keep my decks. There is a no elite path with a couple of upgrades. Gonna go for it. Bad opening. You want Bash Strike on the opening. Ooh, wow, we still haven't got Bash out. Boy. Whew. I have to take the 11 this turn. The thing is, we are going to start not being able to defend against our enemies, so we kind of have to damage race them. Fear Potion. Well, that's a spot weakness. I'm gonna take it. This is an optimistic pickup, obviously. Split both of your armor. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I don't know about it, though. None of that. Remove a card from my deck. More than happy to do so. Remove strikes. Ideally, we should need fewer of them, considering we have the ability to increase our strength. And because as the fights tend, or rather, as the fights go on, we tend to get more powerful, we should oftentimes be in a position where we can cut all of our offense and just focus on our defense. Speaking of cutting our offense and focusing on our defense, let's take a ghostly armor here. Okay. What? That's not supposed to be possible. I know that events are more unfavorable right now, but 2 curses of the same type, this was something that came up like months ago, shouldn't be able to be in the same match. Oh my god, another regret. Oh, Carnage. Oh no, and I took Bash. What is... I just screwed my entire deck. That event actually just completely screwed me. Actually legitimately maddened by that. Uh-huh. Oh no. There you go. Split him. It's gonna take so long to recover from what that did to our deck. Take the Heavy Blade. Gotta upgrade probably spot weakness first, because I don't have any other scaling element for it. If I could take the Reaper, I would take the Reaper, but I can't take the Reaper, so I won't take the Reaper. Let's kill the regret from our deck. Red Skull, when your HP is at or below 50%, you have 3 additional strength. That would be really good with a Reaper. Turnip, you can no longer become frail. Not bad. Okay, so this run is not good right now. I could try and go to the slime boss and just, you know, see how it goes. Or I could try and fight 2 elites to try and get it back on track. This is risky, obviously, but it could help us pull ourselves ahead of the power curve after what just happened to us. I think it's kind of necessary for me to do. Spot weakness, ghostly armor, strike. Sure, I'll take the 33 this turn. Gets me below half HP. We've now got the red skull. Vajra started each combat with 1 strength. Okay, the strength is now getting better. We'll take a... shrug it off there. Don't want any of those. We'll remove a card. I really want to remove the second bash, but we should probably start getting strikes out of the deck. Alright. Yeah, this fight could be, again, quite bad. But we do already have 8 strength. We don't have any AoE, and they're putting 3 dazed in per hit. Wow, that's a lot. Oh, and we're 1 short from killing a sentry as well. Yikes. Because I was 1 short, I actually should have gone for the sentry in the front line, because I'm going to have to invest at least 1 more attack. So I may as well, you know, go against the higher HP target if the extra attack is going to kill them regardless. That was actually a really good draw there, getting the heavy blade when we did. Got 1 defense this turn, not bad. Cool. So we're not going to be killing next turn, probably not the turn after either. Just with all of the dazes in our deck. Never mind. Got it. Alright, Peace Pipe. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. Rupture, Shrug It Off, Juggernaut. I kind of want to get another Shrug It Off. I can take the curse and then immediately remove it from my deck. This is another gamble, though, because I'm effectively gambling that I'm going to be able to kill you before you attack. I think I might be able to. With the Red Skull and Vajra combined, I've got 4 strength going into that fight. Yeah. I think I will actually take the curse here as well. Hey, Incense Burn every 6 turns, gain an intangible. Bet you didn't plan, so I commend you to. Let's get that regret out of the deck. Bash or Carnage? I think it's Bash. That's setting up for the possible Heavy Blade this turn. Nice. So I could transition the enemy right now. I have no attacks in my next hand, so I have to. That's ghastly unfortunate. Oh well. Made frail, but we are invulnerable to that. Unfortunately, yeah, now we basically just have to decide whether or not we win. Hang on, so I can defend for 14 this turn. Incoming is 30 damage. 14 defense is exactly enough to keep me alive. We've got exactly 1 HP. Who needs more than that? The final HP point is really where it's at. Okay, thankfully the plated armor is there for me. Like, I could bash, but then you go down to 33, which means that you'll split this turn. Don't want you to do that. I mean, I kind of just have to at that rate. I just didn't have the... Gosh, all of the cards I really want are at the very bottom. Unfortunately, they're in the same hand as well. Yeah, like Heavy Blade will allow me to kill one of you. And then I'll Shrug It Off, plus the defense is enough. And we're gonna kill you in such a fashion that we've got Incense Burner at the first turn of the next combat. That's not bad. Double tap definitely goes in a deck like this. I wanted extra energy. Extra energy was actually extraordinarily important. Oh, well. I think I go with the empty cage so that I can more often get Sundial, have that effectively be my extra energy. We need a Whirlwind as well. All right. There is no path that has no elites. There's a path that has one elite and a reasonable opening. Oh, this fight didn't even get easier as a result of having the incense burner on the first turn. Okay. I'm not going to use Shrug It Off here because I don't want the possibility of drawing something that I desperately want to be able to play. Never mind. It wasn't going to happen anyway. I have, like, an extraordinarily low density of attacks in this deck. So, I would be very surprised if I live. I don't think that's kind of catastrophizing to say that I believe that we're probably dead in this combat now. Because we just can't put them on the ground fast enough. Like, I can double tap a Heavy Blade and kill one of you now, but then 16, yeah, I'm dead. Immediately thereafter. I can draw, defend for 8. I mean, I defend for 16 if I double tap the Heavy Blade to kill the backline. I could actually just Heavy Blade the backline, then Shrug It Off. Okay, that keeps us alive. All right, all right, all right. Probably has to be Ghostly Armor double defend if I want to not be deceased. And even that one's only just going to get me there. Okay, let's double tap the bash on the front line. Shrug It Off. Also spot weakness there, just so that I can try and get my Heavy Blade to a point that it can insta-kill the back line. It's not there. I needed it to be able to do that. That was effectively what I was setting up for. Because, like, now I can kill you and then double defend, but I'm dead. Or I can try and go for the Heavy Blade, and it's just short. Oh, yep. Now, this is a little bit why I tended to play more defensive decks. Because aggressive decks have a little bit more rough of a time. But also, not having Energy Relic after the first whilst, especially after so many different cards were introduced by our deck. 2 cost cards as well. It was a Bash and a Carnage and not Reaper, it was a Regret as well. That was pretty poor. Cutting as many strikes as possible would be good in most fights except for the birds. And then we got the birds as our opening combat on this floor. Yeah, a wee bit rough there. Just a wee bit rough. This deck was basically a limit break from being able to do things. It really wasn't going to be able to do it in its current state, unfortunately. Damn. Ascension 18 is rough. I haven't even fought that many elites. I fought, what, 3 over the course of this episode? But we got absolutely shut the hell down. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. That's been an attempt at Ascension 18, an extraordinarily short episode, but the run ended after the 20-minute mark, so that's it. Damn. Damn. I think I will try and continue sticking to defensive builds for the rest of the Ironclad. And probably for the Silent as well, defensive poison builds in particular being quite powerful on them. Not sure what I'm going to be doing for the defect though. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.